A lot of people ask me, as an appliance tech, what kind of things should I carry to help people with appliance repair? Well, I like this B&W International case. I think I paid maybe $120 for it, but it's pretty nice. It comes with pallets, so it allows you to have some tools, and then underneath you can have more tools, and then you can have more tools even behind this pallet. So generally what I carry with me when I go out to do appliance repair is definitely good old vice grips are great. These are diagonal pliers or dikes for cutting things. These are really sharp, really like that brand. These are needle nose vice grips, which can get into smaller areas. Good to have. Then regular needle nose pliers, good quality one. This is kind of an unusual tool. You can get this online. I think it's made by Irwin, but this is for depressing hose clamps. Pretty cool. So sometimes it's hard to get a hose clamp when you depress it to stay in position when you're trying to remove a hose. But this one has a little dent here. That has this piece. Also has nice teeth. It can be used as a vice grip. And then a good pair of pliers. These are slip joint pliers. Just made by Kmart, but they work great. This is even a smaller needle nose plier. And I kind of have all the handle type tools all in the same area, which is nice. Just kind of separate them in that way so you know where your tools are. You can get to them a little faster. And then you want wire strippers for sure. These wire strippers are nice, but they also have a crimping tool for when you want to do wire crimping to connect wires. And you want them to be insulated for sure. This is just a very small, I think they would call this a Phillips 1, maybe even less than a 1. Very small for intricate Phillips head screws. Not too common, but you run into that sometimes. I like to have a center punch. You can use that to get into smaller areas. And then you want, still dirty, but you want a nylon brush. An old toothbrush would work. And you want to have definitely a wire brush. Coppers or brass is pretty common. Steel, this one's steel wire brush. You get these at the dollar store. I think for $1 you can get three different ones. These are great, especially for working on stoves. Then you want a small standard head screwdriver. This is about a regular size standard head screwdriver. This kind of thing is kind of fun. It's a dental tool, but you can also get these at auto parts stores. You can get a kit of these or buy these online. But you want some kind of tools that have a sharp point at them for getting into small areas. Mainly for cleaning, and it works really good for cleaning stoves. A file is good. Another small Phillips head screwdriver. Pencil for marking. Very small standard head. This is just an extension for a 1/4-inch drive for your socket. Another file. This is a great thing. Paint scraper helps you get into a lot of different appliances that have a spring clip. You can push in on the spring clip to release like the top panel on a lot of machines. A lot of Whirlpool machines have that. This is just a standard head screwdriver, very small but long. Can also be used for cleaning out things. And this one is a Phillips 2, I think, Phillips head screwdriver. You have a bunch of zip ties, which are good. This is an extension for my drive. Comes in handy for reaching way in to get a socket on something. This is a great one, a hook tool. This again you can get at auto parts store or get these online, but it allows you to get behind maybe a seal and then pull the seal out, like on some dishwashers. You can get in behind the seal and pull it towards you to get it out. And then sometimes you want to level a machine. This one's really tiny because it fits easily in my case, but probably better to get a bigger level because you can get a better reading. This can help you to see if maybe a washing machine is nice and level if it's having a spinning problem. Another one of the sharp tools, a good LED flashlight. This is a magnetic drive for my drill, and this is good because the magnet, if you put a socket on there, it's going to hold this, the fastener in position, so it's not going to drop. And this is for measuring for refrigerator repair. You can see what temperature you're at. You get these at the dollar store really cheap. I invariably leave tools at customers' places, so I don't want to have I want to have an ability to replace them for pretty cheap. This is an owl. This is great for getting into a stove, and the little gas jet, you can get in there and work some debris free so that you have better gas flow. Easy to do, just takes a few seconds. And then underneath the pallet, you can easily hold this pallet up with the Velcro. It's kind of neat. And you definitely need a multi-tester. This one's not really that elaborate. It's just like probably 20 bucks at Amazon. But you can test for voltage. You can test for AC and DC voltage. You can test for continuity to see how many ohms of resistance. But also, I use this a lot, where when you find that you have an intact circuit, you can hear it. And if you have like a thermal fuse that's blown and you don't hear that, then you know you have a bad thermal fuse. So very good for quick diagnostic. So this is a very invaluable tool an appliance repair uses all the time. This one's great, just a turkey baster. Something tough is probably better, like metal. And I even not duct tape, but electric tape this bulb on here because it would often work loose. But you can clear out the sump on a dishwasher when you're doing a repair. Just pull the water out really quickly and readily with this. This is a great tool from DeWalt, this angle tool. You hook this up to your drill, and it's like a differential on a car. As this spins, it translates to a different direction for getting into tight areas. Very good tool. You want to have a small hammer like this. Big hammer, just hard to fit in there. This is another type of an angle tool like the DeWalt. This is great. This is for moving circlips. This goes into the little circlip, and you can either close it or open it depending on which side you use. Great tool. Electrical tape's great. You want to have some yellow Teflon pipe tape for sealing pipe threads. You want to have some white Teflon tape for sealing water threads for water application, like for dishwashers, for sealing these brass elbows. This is just a razor knife. Probably replace that soon. You want to have a crescent wrench, adjustable wrench. These are channel locks. Allows me to get in a fairly big nut, or you can go in, really small, whatever you need to do. It's a good tool, very simple. Just some various drill bits occasionally are needed. This kind of a drill bit is, you can do almost any kind of hole, very small to very big, depending on how deep you go. And then I have a series of fender washers, and different types of hose clamps are great. I've got an extra battery for my Milwaukee drill, which I really like. Got a little container here. It's mainly full of fuses, and these are ceramic wire nuts for doing igniter splicing, putting a new igniter. Spade connectors. These are wire crimpers for crimping two wires together. So having a lot of little electrical pieces here is great. You can just put it in some goofy old container like this. Also, I have, like a lot of appliance people or people who like to fix things, just a bunch of various loose screws of all different sizes. And you'll find that sometimes you lose a screw during an appliance repair, but you'll have one. You can just dump these out and find the one that will work. So that's a great thing to have. a couple of these, one electrical, one for screws. And then probably my favorite tool that I use all the time. This has probably got maybe 6 years of pretty hard use on it. This is a Milwaukee cordless drill, which is just great. So this has 2 different speeds. This is the speed you're going to use most often, but with this type of a chuck, you can accommodate this type of connector, so you can hook up a socket to it. But also, or so you want to do a Phillips screw or a Torx driver, you got that right away. You could also, if you wanted to, if you needed to, you could put in a drill bit too, right? So that's going to be easy. Also, I have a tool called a lint eater that I use to clean vent tubes for dryers. It'll go right into that. You can also adjust how much resistance you want, so you don't strip out a screw. So when it gets to a certain amount of resistance, it won't keep ruining it. Or you can go to full power, and it'll just keep driving it in. So I have a couple of batteries. This one tells you if you're getting near the end. It has a nice light, reversible. Yeah, I really like this. This is the Milwaukee 3/8 inch drill / driver. Use that all the time. Also like their Milwaukee fasteners. Comes with various bits and also a couple of sockets that are very commonly used in appliance repair. The 1/4 inch, and I think that's the 7/8. There's a longer Phillips head. Got various Torx drivers. A lot of appliances are using Torx, so you want to have a series of those, and then maybe have a few standard head. Also, these block drives right here are good. That's used a lot in appliance repair. I'd say the main though would be Phillips head and the Torx 15, Torx 20 is really common. But that's about it. Keep a little socket set with me. And then I have a more elaborate one in my car. And then carry a little abrasive brush for cleaning up metal contacts. The top pallet, just have a couple of tools. There's a commonly used thermal fuse. This is a good tool for getting into drains, like for air gaps. Probably my favorite tool though to use every day are these iView video glasses. It has a camera right here, and also it has a rechargeable light here. It's adjustable, and this is great. This gives me hands-free ability to do the repairs, and I have a SD card here that records a lot of hours of video repair. I can take this home and then put it on iMovie and do all the narration. So great tool, makes it really easy to make these videos. And people ask me, why is the lighting so bad, and why do things keep moving around? But it's because this is the type of setup that seems to work for me best when I'm actually doing repairs. So sorry about that. It'd be better to have a tripod and a couple of different lights, but I need to be able to do the repair quickly, so this kind of setup is a nice compromise. But I wanted to show you guys the type of tools I use and also the things I'm using for filming. I want to thank you guys too for all the years of watching the videos, and hopefully I've been able to help a lot of people to make appliance repair a little bit easier, a little bit less mysterious, and save a lot of money. So that's my goal, and thank you again for giving me the opportunity to help. And always feel free to contact me at scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help. Thanks again.
Thanks so much for watching our video. We really appreciate your support. And when you get a chance, please press the subscribe button below so you can be subscribed, and also the notification bell so we can send you more videos about appliance repair.